Welcome Rangers fans to our midweek coaches show, and as we do each week, we'll look back on the previous week, not only in football but in our other sports, and then of course later in the show preview our upcoming game in football and everything else that's going on in the next week in Ranger athletics. It's that time of year where we've got some sports that one or two that have wrapped up, one or two that are still going in the postseason or are about to. And then, of course, we've got some mid-year sports that have launched, and so we got a lot going on here at Smithson Valley High School. But we'll start with last Friday's game. Our football team went up to Shelton Stadium in Buda and played the Hayes Hawks, I guess it is now. And by virtue of a 42-13 win, won the district championship. So. Guys, a tough competitive league like we've been in for years and are again, and to win the district championship on the road with a game to go still, pretty good feat.
That's a really good feat. We're really happy for our players. I mean, that's been a goal for the whole off season and going through the season, and they put their nose down and went to work and have been improving every week, and really proud of them for their efforts.
Well, Coach Hill, we got off to another fast start. I mean, you always want to do that, but of course you can't always do that. But what were the keys early on offensively, your side of the ball? How did we manage to get off to that kind of start?
And, I think the biggest thing for us was we just handled a different defense than we've played all year. Kind of out of the ordinary. They play a 3-3 stack and have some tight safeties in there, which could really mess up your rules a little bit in the run game. And I thought we may have had our best game running the football that we have all year. So I think we handled it really well up front. Doug Lance, Dave DeHoyos, Brad Sowers, we all cashed in on rushing touchdowns. I think we ran for about 250, 260. So really good game running the football. And then, like we do, just kind of taking some gift throws and hitting some deep ones to TJ. He had 9 catches for 125 again, so he's just proven over and over to be that explosive receiver on the outside. But I just think we handled a different defense really well.
Well, we did, and we're very balanced. Had almost as many yards passing as rushing. They were pretty close to being equal there. And of course, Hayes had been getting into some high-scoring shootouts. Coach Westerfer, they particularly running the ball with that off-schedule slot T shotgun offense, and then getting big throws off of that. And they got one explosive play for a touchdown. But how did defensively, how did we pull that off?
I thought we did pretty well fitting for the most part throughout the night. Kids, read their keys really well. We talked about eye discipline all week and having your eyes where they need to be and then fitting fast. And I thought by and large throughout the night our kids did a good job of that. It's hard to stone an offense like that. And just, so we talked about a 2 or 3 yard gain. That's a win for us. And make our plays when we get a chance, and created 3 takeaways that were huge. Gavin Woods got a pick, and Weston Ross got a pick, and then Dudzikowski and Duffy combined for a fumble and a recovery there. And that's how you got to get your stops against an offense like that sometimes.
Well, they're averaging greater than 40 points a game over an 8-game schedule prior to ours. So to do something like that was really good. And you mentioned the turnovers. We took care of the football, didn't have any turnovers ourselves, had 3 takeaways. That's 3 extra possessions. And then explosive plays, which in the way we categorize those are runs over 12 yards or passes over 18 yards. And we had 14 of those, and they had 4, as we mentioned. So, between the turnovers and the explosive plays, that was pretty much the difference in the game. And then special teams-wise, we commented on this leading up to the game. They frequently don't punt, go for it on 4th down. I think we had 3 4th down stops.
Yes, sir.
And when they do score or when they do kick off, they oftentimes don't kick deep. They onside, and they ran of their 3 kickoffs that they had, they onsided or tried to drop it in a hole where we weren't 3 times, and we recovered it all 3 times. So, we were able to take away what they had done out of the ordinary and what they had done best and win the game. And that does give us the 12-5A district championship, as Coach Westerfer mentioned, one of our goals. And we've got one more game to go and then on into the playoffs. So, we'll talk about our season finale, regular season finale against Seguin here at home in Ranger Stadium in a few minutes. But first, we'll bring in Coach Melissa Miller, our assistant athletic coordinator, and of course head volleyball coach, who got a big, not only a district championship herself, but also a by-district win Monday evening. I'm sure she'll talk about that along with everything else that's going on in Smithson Valley Athletics. So take it away, Coach Miller.
Thanks, Coach, and congrats to our entire football program, the coaches and the players on a district championship. Speaking of success, let's keep talking. Our cross-country team participated in the regional cross-country meet last week. Our girls finished second overall, only 5 points behind the first place team, which was Bernie champion. So really proud of the girls. Mia Perez brought home 5th place. Sophie Goodwin brought home 6th place. And on the boys' side, they finished 8th overall. And Braden Youngdahl placed 9th overall and will qualify for the state meet, as well as our entire girls team. The state meet is going to be this Saturday in Round Rock. So if you have a chance to get out there and support those kids in their last race, we're so proud of how they've represented Smithson Valley, all of the success they've had so far, the early mornings they've put in, Coach Hall, Coach Nunley, all of those kids giving it everything they have. So we wish them nothing but the best. And again, if you have a chance to check them out, they'll be running this Saturday morning in Round Rock. Moving over to golf, let's talk a little bit about golf. We've got Coach Poppy and Coach Sutton. Very, very strong golf program here always at SV. This past Monday, the kids participated in a tournament. We had 3 teams compete, brought home 2nd, 4th, and 12th out of 20. So you can see the success that our golf program is having. Aniston McElwain finished individually 4th out of 100 golfers, so very proud of him. He's continued the success that he started last year. And then we want to give a special shout out to Cole Cantu. He's a junior. Cole was named the STPGA Player of the Year, which is the top player out of all the high school golfers in the San Antonio area, all the way down to the border. So huge honor for him, for our entire golf program. Next time you can catch them, our girls team will be competing this weekend in the state preview in Georgetown. So again, if you're out there in Round Rock, Georgetown, you can catch our cross country and our golf teams as they continue to press on for their success. Moving right along, let's talk about volleyball. Last week, our teams wrapped up their district season. We completed the season with a program sweep over Seguin, headed out to Seguin and had all teams win there. So overall, our freshmen finished the season 17-2, only dropping 2 matches, both to Bernie champion. Our JV team finished 15-4, and our varsity team finished as co-district champs. So we tied with Canyon, we won the flip, we went ahead and took the first seed for playoffs, and this past Monday we had our first by-district playoff game. The girls were successful. We were able to bring home the win against Buda Hayes. We won 3-0, giving Smithson Valley Volleyball their first playoff win since 2016. It was a great environment. We loved the students came out. Even though it was on Halloween, we loved seeing all those kids out there in their costumes. We hope to get the same support in our second round. We'll keep you updated when our second round game will be. But again, if you have a chance to get out there and support the girls, we're trying to do something Smithson Valley hasn't done in a long time. Girls are working hard. They're a lot of fun to watch. We do know we'll play MacArthur the second round, but we'll get back to you with the details. Our swim program has started the swim season, wrapped up water polo straight into swim. They competed last week at Davenport High School. The Rangers won the meet overall with 630 points, and we were able to bring home the first place medal in 23 out of the 28 events. So shows you the strength of our swim program. Really excited about what Coach Hilliard, Coach Fisher, and all of their athletes are doing. Catherine Frankson, Vanessa Weatherford, and Colin Doyle were the top scorers for the Rangers, each bringing home 30 points. So we look forward to watching them continue their success. Again, always been a strong program here, very dedicated kids here early, swim late after school. So if you get a chance, we'll come back to you and let you know when the next time you can find our swim program is. But they're a lot of fun to watch. And girls basketball had their first scrimmage of the season this past Saturday. They hosted a couple teams, Coach Sutherland, Coach Herr, Coach Wood, Coach Randall, really proud of the progress that the girls showed. They were excited to scrimmage other teams, get to see what things we need to work on, what things we need to improve. First time you can catch them, their first preseason game is going to be at Alamo Heights this Friday. If you're looking for their first home game, it's going to be here at Smithson Valley next Tuesday versus San Marcos. For basketball, freshmen play at 5, JV plays at 5, and then varsity will follow at 6:30. So we got lots going on. Huge good luck to cross country competing in the state meet Saturday. Good luck to our swim program continuing their success. Good luck to our girls golf competing in the state preview this weekend. Good luck to volleyball as we head to the second round of playoffs. Good luck to girls basketball as they start their season. And a huge good luck to football as they take on Seguin this week. Back to you, Coach.
Congratulations to all our coaches and athletes on their successes this past week, and good luck to those who are still progressing on, and then of course those who are launching their seasons, getting ready to go into scrimmages and games and get going with our midwinter sports. Got a lot going on, and it's all good here at Smithson Valley High School. One event that will take place that our people on the Coaches Show may have an interest in, Thursday morning, tomorrow morning, this show's taped on Wednesday, at 8 o'clock in the auditorium at Smithson Valley High School, Colton Thomason, one of our big offensive lineman. He's an A&M commit. He's been selected to play in the All-American Bowl, the national all-star game for the 100 best players in Texas. Quite an honor. We've had one or two do that in our time here. It'll be in January in the Alamo Dome, be televised live on NBC, and Colton's been selected. And tomorrow morning at 8, they'll have a jersey presentation ceremony in our auditorium. The public's welcome to come. We encourage you to. And with that ceremony, you also have 3 other Ranger football players, Gavin Woods, David DeHoyos, TJ Hunt, who were selected to play in the sister game right after that, the local all-star game, the 100 best players in the San Antonio area. They'll be competing, representing Smithson Valley. So it's kind of a dual ceremony, Colton and his presentation, and then honoring David and Gavin and TJ as well. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, Thursday morning at Smithson Valley. Closing out the regular season now, got the Seguin Matadors, who another playoff team. They too have clinched their ticket to the playoffs. So, you know, on the surface, this game is not for seeding. We're the first seed. They've already got their seed locked up, but both teams are going to want to play well and get momentum going into the playoffs. So let's talk about Seguin a little bit. Coach Hill, offensively, going against Seguin's defense, what challenges do they pose, and what do we got to do to excel there?
Yeah, Seguin's defense, they're extremely sound. They're extremely well coached. Play a 3-4, cover 4 kind of as their base, but they just don't mess up. You know, they're always where they're supposed to be. They don't give up explosive plays. They're going to force you to not make mistakes and go on long drives. So and I'm happy we have this week 10, you know, just a chance to play a really good quality football team going into the playoffs, and we're going to have to be at our best in order to move the ball on.
Yeah, you mentioned it, just so sound and well coached, and you know, you really got to work for everything you do. You're not going to get them really on anything.
No.
You know, they know what they're doing, and they got good players doing it. And speaking of good players, and we'll flip over to their offensive side. Our defense is up against another tall challenge, another couple of elite athletes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they've you know, been really explosive. I feel like I say it every week, but they've got a receiver that's as good as there is around.
Right.
And they do a good job of featuring him, moving him around, playing him at running back some, figuring out different ways to get him the ball. We'll certainly have to know where he is every snap. They got a freshman quarterback who isn't playing like a freshman anymore. He's done a real nice job. He's got a really accurate arm, strong arm. They got another receiver that, you know, if you focus too much attention on number 3 for them, they got another guy that they'll throw it to and hurt you. And then a couple of really solid running backs. You know, watching film on them, you know, you look at it, you don't think almost Smithson Valley because they're very balanced. They can run the football, you know, and they can throw it too. So it'll be a tall challenge, but we get to see the best offense around every day in practice. So we'll go out there and see how we do Friday.
Well, it will be senior. We're honoring our seniors prior to the game on Friday, not just our senior football players, but cheer and dance, student trainers, band. It's senior night at Ranger Stadium on Friday. We have a 7 o'clock kickoff against the Seguin Matadors, and we hope you'll be out and honor our seniors and help us support us as we try to win the 10th and final regular season game. As always, the game will be on Rangers Network. If you're not a subscriber, the subscription is free. Follow the directions on the screen as always, and you can become a subscriber. So watching online or here in person, we hope you'll watch. Support the Rangers. We'll see you next time.